Okay guys, our next wild edible is Spring Beauty, and it just looks beautiful this time of year. It's in bloom and everything's up and it's looking really good. I'm gonna dig a few of these up too and show you the characteristics on it. It's a very good wild edible also. The whole thing's edible. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this here is Spring Beauty, and it's another great wild edible. I mean, it's a really delicate type of flower. It very rarely stands up on its own. Usually you move the leaves away and it just about wants to fall over. But the whole thing's edible. You can eat the stems, the leaves, the flowers, the whole 9 yards. And these ones are actually some pretty big ones. And the way to tell these is that, of course, they have that nice little flower. It's kind of a white with pink stripes in it. Sometimes it looks more white, sometimes it looks more pink. And they've got kind of a reddish purple stem to them. And the leaves have a little bit of a reddish purple tint to them too, and a green tint also. And there's only 2 grass-like leaves per plant. So for each stem you'll see 2 grass-like leaves, and you can see multiple flowers on the top. So let's dig a couple of these up and I will show you what they look like. So all I do is I take my digging stick, go down under them just like I did with the wild onions, and just pop them up. You got to be kind of delicate. You don't want to lose what's under the ground too. And this one is actually, I got lucky here. This was one big one with multiple stems coming up. This is one you really don't find this very often. I got to be honest with you. This is probably the first time that I've ever dug one up where it had a corm this big on it. And that's the great part about these is, you know, sometimes you get tiny little corms. In fact, I'm going to try to find one with an average size corm so you guys can see what it looks like. But really, this is a huge one for this. And you know, I'm not going to dig too many of these up here because there's really not that many in this section of the woods. So we're going to leave most of them alone. But I am going to dig up one more smaller one, and these will all go in the wild edible bag. The greens will get eaten just the way they are. And I'll probably throw these in with, throw the tubers in with the, actually I should say corms, and with the wild onions when I fry them up tonight. So let me find one more that's a little bit smaller and see if I can find a smaller tuber so I can tell you, so it'll show you about what they normally look like. Okay guys, so I dug this little one up here, and this is more reminiscent of what you'll usually find. Is normally you'll find a smaller tuber like this, maybe a little bit bigger, and you know, you could peel them and eat them peeled, or you can just leave them the way they are. I just peel the roots off of them, throw them in with my onions, I'm done. Of course you gotta wash them, but yeah, this is a normal one usually. This one here is a giant. This is the first time I've ever actually picked one and it came out of the ground that big. That just surprises the heck out of me. So, well, this will be interesting then. We'll get to try them both. But anyways, that's all I'm going to pick here in this spot because there's not that many here, and I'd rather see them grow more because I know other spots where there's a bunch more. So, yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an idea. This is Spring Beauty. They call them fairy potatoes also. It's the whole thing's edible. You know, kind of a white leaf with pink stripes in it. Sometimes the flower, I mean white flower with pink stripes in it. Sometimes the flowers are more pink than they are white. Sometimes they're more white than they are pink. And another thing about them is, you know, they've almost always got just 2 leaves. Actually, they always do have just 2 leaves and then flowers on each stem, like so, you know. And yeah, these things will flower all spring long, and then one day they'll all be gone and you won't see them till the following spring. So this is definitely a spring edible that is going in the bag. And here's what I'm talking about with Spring Beauty. Some of it almost looks like it's got light purplish pink flowers. I don't know if that's focusing in on you guys or not, right? But I hope it is, so you can see it. But anyways, and then other stuff like over here, it's almost pure white. But same plant, just looks a little different. It's got lots of purple in it, purplish pink color, you know. But there you go. There's a little different picture of it. Okay, guys. So here's the Spring Beauty. It's you know, it's out of the ground here, and I just want to show you guys that, you know, the whole thing's edible. I'm gonna leave the corm for the frying pan, but you know, you just pop the stem off, and you can add it to a green or eat it however you want. I mean, I don't know that I would cook them. If I did, I'd do it very lightly because they'd probably go down to nothing. But you know, here it tastes fine. It's a real delicate taste. Almost, really don't know what it tastes like. It almost tastes like a bean sprout. It's got kind of a bean sprout taste to it, I guess. I don't know, but not bad at all. I mean, you know, this is a wild edible, just like the wild onions that I could eat every day. And you know, I'm trying to kind of focus on the good wild edibles, because I don't care where you are, but if you're going to eat, you want something good, you know. So anyways, if you like these videos, subscribe or like them, you know, because if I get lots of likes and views and stuff, I'll probably do a whole bunch more of these wild edible videos. But anyways, thank you guys all.